No more gatekeeping. These VSTs are all free and they're all worth your time. Now, I have done plenty of free VST videos in the past, and I kind of want to just have like a very updated, concise list video, which kind of puts all of them together, including some new ones, but getting rid of some of the fluff. You know what I mean? Because out of all those years, I'm like, how many of these VSTs like actually stand up? And today we're going to be answering that question. Now, before we do get into the VSTs, I wanted to let y'all know that I got this cool little MIDI kit that we're going to be using for the demo. So if you like any of the MIDIs that you hear in this video, they will be available on gatekeepsounds.com. First link in the description. All right, so to get this list started, we're doing it with a new one, Taped Vibes. All right, so this is IIInfinite 7. This is basically kind of like a contact, you feel me, where it's like a hub that you put different banks and VSTs inside of. We have Novel Piano and Tape Vibes, which are going to be the first two that we go over today. So if we just click here on all, we can see all of the presets that they have, and they're actually really, really clean, I promise you. So clean DI vibes, tape vibes. Very solid, very solid, very solid. Even if you want to go for like some blast vibes, this is a great option for you. Oh, run it back one more time. Ooh, I need to get better at playing the keys, bro. So let's go into this MIDI kit and we can just throw in some smooth chords and just see what it sounds like with the VST, so y'all can get like an actual, like practical application of it. They also have more like creative presets. Like if we go to like drowning. So if you just want to do something a little bit more unique, try to stand out with your West Coast beats, great option. Now let's move over to the Novel Piano. And for this, I'm going to get the Dark Piano MIDI, the first one. My favorite key is D minor, you feel me? Now we'll go back over to IIInfinite. We'll go over to the Novel Piano, and the scoring piano is pretty hard. Also, just look how it looks. This is hard. If you're trying to do like some dark vibes, this is a great piano option. Now, the dope thing about the Novel Piano is that when it comes to like free and limited resources, you don't really have too many options for more softer sounding pianos. It's usually only like the really hard, harsh ones that you really get when you're going to other VSTs and things of that nature. You know what I mean? Next up, I actually found this from one of my followers. There's like this kid, I don't know how old he is. I think he's like 12, 13, 14 or something like that. He tags me in his beats like every day and he goes so crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. It's genuinely impressive how good this kid is. And for the longest time, I thought he was using loops in his beats. So I'm like, hey, the kid got hard drums, but I'm like, okay, the melodies is dope too, but I'm like, I just kind of assumed he was using loops. But then he did like a breakdown video and he showed that he like made the melodies. I'm like, oh, hold up, this is crazy. And in his breakdown video, I saw that he had this VST that he was using, the Free Orchestra #1, and I was like, Free Orchestra, like let me check that out real quick. And I checked it out. I'm like, yo, this is hard. Now here's the only issue with this VST. It's more for scoring. So if you're trying to do like movie scores or TV, film, all that stuff, this dope option for you. But if you're trying to make beats I'm gonna have to make a beat with that. I feel like you can do like some old school like hyphy, like Yuck Mouth, Mac Dre, E40, Too Short type stuff with that. I included it in the video because of two presets in here, the short strings and the luminous choir. Just super high quality. You can also do like a melody like this. Like this. Like these short strings just sound really, really good. And lately, I feel like we've all been kind of talking about a specific rapper and a specific type of sound that rapper has, which is EBK J-Bo and his choir stuff that Echo be doing. This is a great free option. Like, it doesn't really get better than this. Now, on top of the free orchestra, we actually have the free orchestra 2. So if you like that first one, make sure to get the second one as well. There's some dope stuff in here as well. Now, let's get into a VST that I've actually talked about before, but I feel like stands the test of time, which is the Mini Moog VA. Now, if you want to use this VST, all you got to do is just go right here, click on your little presets, and then you can do whatever you want. Hit menu right here. You can copy a patch, load instances, save instances, load banks, save banks. Now, when it comes to this VST right here, I really like using the leads. I feel like that's where it really shines. So we can go over here to synth leads, just drag like a random one in here. And if you felt like those choirs weren't enough for you, we actually have the Jacob Collier, I believe that's how you say his name, audience choir. And we're going to keep this one pretty quick because I actually do like the choir in the first one more. But if you're just a fiend for choirs and you just need like mad choir VSTs and banks and everything like that, this is a dope option as well. All right, so the next VST that we're going to be talking about is Vital. Now, I will say the presets that naturally come with the VST aren't the greatest for West Coast beats. I scrolled through a lot of them and I'm going to be honest, I was not really digging them. But the reason why this VST is worth your time is because it's really good for sound design. So if you're someone who is balling on a budget and you don't necessarily have VSTs that you could start using to get into sound design and everything like that, this is a great option because it's basically Serum's little brother. And Serum is one of the greatest like VSTs for sound design like ever. People have made the most insane sounds in Serum, and this is basically like, I wouldn't say a copy of it, but it's like similar to it. You know what I mean? Now, another reason why it's worth your time is because this guy right here, Flats the Flounder. So Flats is a creator on YouTube that also makes West Coast tutorials. So make sure to go check him out. I actually saw that he dropped a free bank for Vital, and it kind of has like a little West Coast vibe to it. You feel me? And I'm not mad at the sounds. They're actually pretty clean. Ah, I messed up. Also, cool keys. That's a great sound. I can 100% see myself using this. Make sure to go get Vital. It's free. Make sure to go check out Flash the Flounder. The next one up is the Ample Guitar Light. Now, this is one that you've probably seen a bunch of times. You've seen a lot of influencers, creators, and stuff like that recommend this one. And I'm throwing it on this list because I feel like it stands the test of time. So looking for free guitar VSTs, there's not much to pick from. It's really just the next two that I'm going to be talking about, which is Ample Guitar and Dynamic Guitars. It's really these two. That's it. So let me show y'all something in Ample Guitar real quick. Now, the cool thing about this one is that it is pretty customizable. One way that I would customize it is messing with the mic's volumes, just so you can get certain tones and stuff like that. So this one is going to be controlling more of the body. This one's going to be controlling more of the high end. So what you could do is you can turn this one down, turn this one up if you want it to be a little bit more airy. Or actually, we can just move them so you can hear them in real time. I'll probably do something like this right here. This is no effects too. Now, is DSK Dynamic Guitars the best guitar VST that you can get that's free? No. But do I feel like it's worth your time? Yes, here's why. The ample guitar only kind of gives you one tone. There isn't like other different presets or anything like that. You're really only getting that one sound. So if you want to add more variety into your beats and your guitar melodies and everything like that, and you don't have the option to get a paid VST, I think this is a good one to get in addition to the ample guitar because it gives a different tone and it could add more variety. I'll just turn it up a little bit more and get the velocities up. You know what? When it comes to free guitar VSTs, these two VSTs is basically the best it gets for the most part, man. Like it's damn near up there, bro. Now, if you've heard me make those early 2000 melodies and mix them with West Coast beats, this next VST is going to be a great option for you, and it is the ample bass light. Because for the early 2000 stuff, I don't really use 808s like that. It's more like live basses, and I usually go into like Xenology or Triton or something like that, but using this is a great option as well. So if I grab one of these Y2K guitar melodies right here and we throw it into one of the guitar VSTs, and then we go over to the ample bass VST, we can really just make a cool like little bass line with it. Now the next one up is Analog Lab Play. Now I can't show you Analog Lab Play because I already own Analog Lab Pro, but Analog Lab Play is free and it allows something that is very important. Banks, bro. You can use any bank you want within Analog Lab Play as long as the person who created the bank didn't use anything that isn't available in Analog Lab Play. And you know what is available on Analog Lab Play? Summer Nights 3, bro. So if you ain't heard, me and Lifestyle did it actually dropped Summer Nights 3, which is the third iteration of our Summer Nights series, which is where we blend West Coast and R&B sounds together and give you guys 70 curated sounds that are all made from scratch that are perfect and ready to use for West Coast and R&B beats, brother. Now you might be sitting here thinking like, yo, Infinite, I thought this was free VSTs. Why are we talking about this bank, brother? It's because if you ain't got the moolah for the full version, we always throw out a demo version. So you can get the demo version of Summer Nights, which is right here, the demo version of Summer Nights 2, and the demo version of Summer Nights 3. And if you add all three of them together, it's basically a whole Analog Lab bank. You feel me? Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe Actually, I will. I'll do it. I'll do it just for y'all, just because I love y'all. You feel me? I'll compile all of the Summer Nights demos into one demo so y'all don't have to download it 3 separate times. And I'll put it in the description link. But let's talk about Summer Nights 3 because that's the one that we just dropped and it's our favorite one so far. Basically, open up Analog Lab Play, go right here, go import, and then when it opens up the file menu directory thing, double click on the Lab X file. And it'll drop it in there for you. Now, some of my favorite presets. Also, I got some dope leads in here for y'all. In this bank, I made sure to throw in a good amount of leads and basses just because I feel like leads and basses for West Coast beats are kind of hard to come by. So chord progression was nasty. Hold up. And then sticking to the big VSTs that everybody kind of knows about, but there's a free version of it. Xenology is another one. Once again, I can't show you guys Xenology Lite because I already own Xenology Pro, but Xenology Pro is very fire. I use it every single day as one of my most used VSTs. So the light version is going to be just as good. It's just like a more condensed version. All right, the next VST that's up is Flight. Now, quick shout out to Robert Six, because I found this from him. He made a video about free VSTs, and I saw this one. I'm like, oh, that looks pretty good. Whenever a free VST has like a good UI, it looks really nice and everything like that, I like to check it out, because if they put the time into making it look good, it usually ends up sounding good as well. And I ain't gonna hold you, bro. The basses in this one goes kind of crazy. So there's pads in here, there's keys in here. They both sound great. It comes with like over 2 gigs worth of sounds, which is a lot. All of these you can just download for free right now, and they're all like very high quality. This is definitely one of the best free VSTs I've seen in a very long time. So definitely make sure to get this one. Next up, Surge XT. Now, I've talked about this one in the past, and I do feel like it definitely holds up. I know a lot of people like to use this for R&B because of the leads, early 2000 stuff because of like the synths and everything like that. I personally like it for the leads and West Coast stuff. Also, some cool piano sounds if you need those. Now, the next one that I recommend that is worth your time is the Orchestra Elements. This is from SonuScore. This one's gonna have to be a hear me out. Because when I was prepping for this video, my native access just stopped working for some reason. So for some reason, it just is stuck on loading products, and it just stays like this. It was working completely fine this morning, but when I was trying to get the SonuScore free version to pop up, it just stayed on that screen and it wasn't working. So this one's a hear me out because I'm not going to show you what it sounds like, but I'm telling you right now, it is worth your time. It usually does work. Mine's just being freaky for some reason. It is something that is really good. I've seen other people use it. It is incredibly hard. So the free version of it is going to be just as hard, just more condensed. So I do say this is worth your time downloading. Now, another hear me out, just because there's so many of them, is the Kilohertz bundle. Now, I was already familiar with Kilohertz because I did like a brand deal with Slate Digital in the past, but I'm not gonna hold you, like I kind of overlooked this part of the bundle that Slate gave me. Recently, my guy 96 Nick, who actually did engineering for Usher and the Super Bowl, by the way, he just kept on recommending this to me, and he kept on like pushing it onto me, and I was like, you know what, if he's pushing this onto me so heavy, like it has to be good. So I revisited all of these VSTs, and they're all really, really good. I highly recommend them. If you're just kind of tired of what the stock VSTs are giving you and you want like a different sound, different texture, different effects and everything like that, this is a great bundle to get because it is free and it comes with a lot of high quality presets. So next up is a couple VSTs from Cymatics. They started dropping VSTs, and I ain't gonna lie, they are really good. They look good, sound good, good utility, all that. So Deja Vu is like a halftime time kind of plugin and everything like that. So if you go over to gross beat, right click here, go to momentary, go to half speed. It's basically like the same thing. This one just has different parameters, looks different, and you don't necessarily need gross beat. So I'll just give y'all a quick little demonstration and everything like that. That's tough. Now, in addition to Deja Vu, we can also open up Memory, which is their delay, detune, chorus kind of plugin. So if you just want to give like a different texture and sound to your melodies, this is a great VST for it. Because it's just taking something that's a regular piano like this, it's just giving it so much character and texture with adding these types of effects on them. If you feel like it's too much for you, just turn that mix down. So it's like a little bit less noticeable, but it still kind of gives you that uniqueness to your beat. This VST is also really good for sound design. So if you're looking to get into like one shots and accents and stuff like that, this is really good because it genuinely changes the sound without doing much to it. You feel me? Without putting in that much effort is what I'm trying to say. Oh, I forgot one. How could I forget this? The UHE product. I've been preaching about these UHE products since the day I made my channel. Okay, maybe not the day I made my channel, but since very early on this channel, bruh. Anything from UHE that is free, go download it. Look at this. Look at this right here. Look at this. All these free ones right here, download them right now. Let's go into leads, because I feel like leads is always the harder one to find. Anything UHE that's free, download it, bruh. Now, I'm just gonna speak on this one very, very quickly. Wider, it makes things wider. So if you ever wanted to just mess with the width of your sounds, this is a great option. Also, in addition to that, Pancake 2 is also something that is free. It's by Cable Guys. It's a panning plugin where it just makes things go left to right. Now, the last one that is worth it is Ripcord. Now, Ripcord is worth it because it opens up your abilities for production, because it's giving you chords that you might not have ever used before or you don't even know about. So if you're really starting to get into production, actually, okay, if you're just starting to get into production, the free one is going to be like saving grace, because if we set it up real quick, go right here, we hit input port, turn that to 1, and then we go over to whatever VST we're using. We go to output, go to input, and just make sure that they're the same number. So input on the VST that you're trying to use, and then output for the ripcord. You know what I mean? You can go to presets, and you can just go to major keys, minor, like all this stuff comes with the VST. But if you're more advanced and you're willing to put up a little bit of moolah, you feel me? You can go over to the prism section, and these can give you more advanced chords. Like that. Now, I really like prisms. I've used it a bunch. Just because it's a cheat code. And then you can even export the chords too. So like, let's say we just do a chord progression like this. What you can do is you can go right here, right click on it, go burn MIDI to current pattern, and then it brings out the chords for you. And then you can just take these chords, put them over into your little VST thing. Boom, you have endless chord progressions. I just realized I gave a bunch of endorsements to these companies, bro. If you're a company and you saw this and you're trying to use it for an ad, fuck you. Don't do that unless you pay. But yeah, with that being said, that concludes the video. These are free VSTs that I think are worth your time. You should go download them. I'll make sure that they're all in the product description below. I'm blanking out because I'm tired and I've been standing this whole time. And I'm gone, brother. Peace.